This is very, very important information for people who own XRP. So there was an event not long ago. It was called Ethereum Rio 2024, and its date was May. Why do I bring this up now? Why do I bring this up now? Why do I even need to talk about it? We're going to talk about it right now, along with how important XRP and Ethereum are, of course. All of you are welcome to the group. My name is Nick. If this video is your first time on the channel, I hope you decide to join by the end. If we look a little more closely at this event, we can see that the XRP ledger was the main sponsor. Now, what do you wait for? Just click on the link at the top of this sentence to join the free Discord. This is also liked by Mrs. Anthony Welfare, who is new to Ripple and works here. By having XRP Ledger as a main sponsor of the event, that picture shows how active our involvement on Ethereum was this week. The Ripple and XRP Ledger Commons team's appearance in the central booth is beautiful. The community is rich and full of new ideas. Right here is what the booth looked like at the event. Really, really, really interesting. This is from XRP Drops too. We know that Ripple wants to make a big splash in Brazil. Brazil crypto, there will be a big news soon. Read the post below. Plans to put money into Brazil's tokenized economy, making the XRP system work with EVM. There is a new grant program that is aimed at the Brazil market. Here we see that Ripple wants to make a big splash in Brazil. I mean, they have so far, right? Travex Bank is a very big bank in Brazil. For a while now, they've also been going after the Brazil market through the XRP system. But making the XRP system work with EVM is very important, and we will talk about it. The new funding program was also geared towards the Brazil market. A big news came out today at Ethereum Brazil. To add to this, we also have XRP, which is a safe bridge version between the XRP ledger mainnet and the EVM sidechain through Axelar. Now, if you missed my most current video on Axelar, I really think you should all go watch it. It's okay if you don't want to, I'll do it. Let's talk a little more about Axelar. You can see how the XRP ledger is broken down here, which connects the EVM sidechain to the XRP ledger itself. The safest bridge is in the middle with Axelar. This is a big deal again because XRP is still being used as a gas token for the EVM sidechain. After that, you could see some of the other important parts as well. All of this was also shared by Persis. We had yesterday at ETH Rio in Brazil. Here's his CEO, Riplex Dev, and the product lead talked about the upcoming launch of the EVM sidechain for the XRP ledger on stage. They also talked about the new relationship with EVMSidechain, and there are a few things in the background that I'd like to open up. We've already seen that picture, and I don't think the others are all that great. On the back end, we can see that there are possibilities for EVM. So for dApps, start in the third largest blockchain by market capitalization. This chain works with EVM, and XRP is a native token. For coders, use other EVM to make dApps that work well. This is Joe. There are 160 million Uniswaps, 83 million Avis, and we offer them to more than 100 million people. The market cap is $400 billion. For users, interact with more than 40,000 dApps and work with more than 700 EVM blockchains. So let's look at these numbers: more than 100 million people, a market value of more than $400 billion, and more than 40,000 dApps. That fact is very important. We also have more than 700 EVM blockchains. Now, building on that, remember that Axelar is the main company behind this. I think this is where things start to get really interesting around Axelar, since they are working with JP Morgan and a few other companies such as Apollo, Providence Blockchain, and Oasis Pro. But Axelar is getting really famous. They also said it back in 2023, which is also the year we are in now. This is how Axelar and Microsoft work together to make the Web3 smarter and more connected, and then opening up new ways to do business by using blockchain's power. It was April 2023. This is with Axelar. Axelar is the most important part. One piece of the puzzle behind this is how the money is linked. So it looks like Axelar is also trying to connect most of the chains and TradFi in this area in order to build Web3. You should also pay attention to Axelar in this because I think he will be a big deal on top of this. But this way, a movie was made that breaks down the EVM sidechain and shows why it's so important. After that, I'd like to talk a little more about it. In contrast, the EVM sidechain could be the most important use case for the XRP database. Look at this. Our name is something that we don't want to lose, which I think is very rare in this business. Persis, give me 1 point. My name is Farron. My name is CEO, and I run Persis Technology, building blockchain solutions for about 8 years now, with a lot of attention on the XRP system at the moment. Using the needs of our end clients as guides, we help build and improve blockchain technology. But we build it and then put it together in a very fancy way that puts the user first for the end clients. It's strange that I only started to learn about all of this in 2024, 2023. It's hard to move forward because the technologies that serve banking systems are so stuck in the past. And I think blockchain has a great chance of making this trust and agreement possible. It's likely that public groups are one of the best ways to use blockchain, since blockchain data is public data in the end. It's clear that I'm biased. I'm really looking forward to the EVM sidechain though. This bridge makes it easy for assets to move between the XRP ledger and the EVM sidechain. This makes sure that both chains can work together and that transactions are processed quickly. The bridge is very important because it lets coders use the best parts of both networks. Also, this does change the rules, right? Also, Axelar is linked to what seems to be 64 blockchains at this point. 550, it's a big deal that it's now well over 60. It's also important to note that Pierce and the Ripple Tech team have been working together to make the XRP ledger more secure. Axelar is a production-ready bridge that has been through a lot of testing and is fully compatible with the XRP ledger EVMSidechain. It makes wrapped XRP a native currency. Right now, the tech team is moving the DevNet's main bridge to Axelar. We could even see some back-end data about Axelar and how big they are getting down here. They talked about Microsoft and a few other things too. On top of that, this is the future of the XRP ledger and XLS38. The most important thing to keep in mind as we look at this is tokenization and establishment DeFi. Ripple just recently laid out its plan and strategy for institutionally defying the XRP ledger. Part of this plan is to set up the basic building blocks and parts of a successful financial system. The XLS38 is a useful tool for making special sidechains, but it might not be added to the main net until it has been tested in the real world and developers are interested in it. The team is excited to hear what you have to say and work with you. Let's work together to make sure that the XRP system keeps changing in ways that encourage new ideas and meet the needs of all of its users. This is still the full plan for institutional DeFi. On the XRP system, these are the pieces that make up institutional DeFi. This was made public at the end of May. Additionally, this gives us a rough idea of the changes that are necessary for institutional DeFi and what we need in order for it to happen. They are still fully focused on enterprise DeFi projects for the XRP ledger, which makes us think about this a lot more. I'm not sure if they talk about the bridge in this, but we already know that making that multi-chain environment is a huge deal. This is still something we're thinking about, since many of these chains won't be able to grow without that multi-chain access. That's why we think this future with multiple chains is pretty big. Also, when we look at Ethereum and other things that aren't related to this, you need to remember that. People who work as developers on Ethereum can now move to other chains to build and spread even more decentralized apps with the help of this bridge. This is beginning to happen around Hedera. For example, there was a statement about the EVMSidechain. A lot more developers started to come to Hedera to work on projects and promote goods. Right now, there are more than 1,106 systems on Ethereum. This is a list of the current addresses. These are addresses that have been used in the last 24 hours, more than 344,000. The TVL could be worth more than 100 billion won, which is about 13 billion moment. These stables cost almost $79 billion, almost $2 billion in 24 hours, 4.22 million for 24 hours. And if we look at Ethereum, we can see all of its numbers like the stablecoin market cap, fees, income, volume, inflows, and so on. It's now very important for more than just TVL, right? It's also important for us to look at the transactions, the income, and other things like that. This will help us figure out why there's so much going on Ethereum and why these bridges are being built. It's possible that some of this will now move to other networks. This multi-chain future is going to start to come true, and you'll see how good it is for some chains. I also believe the XRP system is going to be one of the most clear ones because the XRP ledger has been slow to grow and catch on for a long time because it doesn't